Dear students, yesterday I had given exercise 1.2 for practice. Today let me do few problems from that exercise. The first problem is express each number as a product of its prime factors. Express each number as a product of its prime factors. Let me consider the fifth problem under this main, 7429. What you have to do is, you have to start dividing this number by prime numbers only, because you are asked to express 7429 as the product of prime numbers. See, here is a list of prime numbers 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, etc. So what you have to do is, you can't divide 7429 by 2 because it is not an even number. So the next prime is 3. We can't divide 7429 by 3 because sum of the digits is 7 plus 4, 11, 11 plus 2, 13 plus 9, 22. Sum of the digits is not divisible by 3. Therefore, the number is also not divisible by 3. The given number is not divisible by 5. Next prime is 5. Because the digit in the unit place is 9. It should be either 0 or 5. To divide this number, the digit in the unit place is either 0 or 5. So we can't divide the given number by 5. So like this, you have to check. See, here the given number is divisible by 17. The quotient is 437. Again you have to follow the same. You have to divide 437 by a prime number only, because prime factors you have to find out. So on dividing 437, the quotient is 23. So all the three are prime numbers only, 17, 19 and 23. And it is written as 7429 is equal to 17 into 19 into 23. So I have expressed 7429 as the product of primes. These are the prime numbers. In the next question, next main, you are asked to find out HCF and LCM for a given pair of numbers. Here I have taken third problem, 336 and 54. Dear students, in this chapter we find HCF by Euclid's division algorithm and HCF by prime factorization method. So here you are asked to find HCF as well as LCM by prime factorization method. So what you have to do is, first you have to do the prime factorization, as in the case of first problem. See, the prime factorization of 336 contains primes 2, 3 and 7, and 54 is 2 and 3. In the previous class only I had explained how to write HCF and LCM by prime factorization method. So what you have to do is, while writing the HCF after the completion of the prime factorization, what you have to do is, to write the HCF, you have to find the product of smallest power of each common prime factor. See here, the common prime is 2 and the least power is 2. Next common prime is 3. Least power is also 3 power 1. So the HCF of 336 and 54 is 6 according to that rule. What is that rule? You have to find the product of the smallest power of each common prime factors in the numbers. How to write LCM? Here we have to find the product of highest power of each prime factor. See here, there are three prime numbers, 2, 3 and 7. So we have to write the highest power, that's all. 2 power 4, here 3 power 3, and it is 7. Need not be common. Here you have to consider common, here no need to consider common. You have to write highest power of each prime factor and you have to multiply, that's all. So LCM is 3024. And one more thing you are asked to verify, that A into B is equal to L into H. What is that? That is the product of the given numbers, A and B are the numbers, 336 and 54, is equal to product of their HCF and LCM. Product of their HCF and LCM. See, what you have to do is, first you have to do the prime factorization. We did all these things, finding HCF and LCM. So let us find out A into B. That is product of the numbers, A into B, 336 and 54. That is 18,144. Next you have to find out the product of HCF and LCM. HCF is 6 and LCM is 3024. So multiply HCF and LCM, that is also equal to 18,144. So here 18,044, here also we obtain 18,144. So now you can write the product of the numbers, that is 336 and 54, is equal to product of their HCF and LCM. Dear students, in the third problem, you are asked to find LCM and HCF of 3 numbers. In the earlier we find out the LCM and HCF of 2 numbers. Here 3 numbers are given. So the same procedure to be followed. Once again, here you have to do the prime factorization, and applying that rule you can find out HCF and LCM. Here the fourth problem, HCF of 306 and 306 and 657 is 9. Find the LCM. See here HCF is 9 and the numbers are 306 and 657. You are asked to find out LCM of those 2 numbers. So what are all the given information? A is 306, one number, the other is 657, HCF is 9, and you have to find out the LCM. These are the given information and this is what you are asked to find out, LCM. We know the relation, H into L is equal to A into B. HCF is how much? 9. You have to find out LCM. So what are A and B numbers? 306 and 657. So you can find out LCM. L is equal to 306 into 657 over 9. On simplifying, you will get the LCM as 22,338. So here we have used the relation, that is product of the numbers is equal to product of their HCF and LCM. The fifth problem is, check whether 6 power n can end with the digit 0 for any natural number n. Check whether 6 power n can end with the digit 0 for any natural number n. Students, 6 power n is not one number. N here, n is any natural number. If I assign 1 for n, it becomes 6. If I assign 2 for n, you will get 6 power 2, it becomes 36. If I assign 3, it becomes 6 power 3, that is 216. Like, you can write as many numbers as possible. So this is not a single number. It is the general term of 6 power. Is each one 6 power 1 or 6 power 2, 6 power 3, 6 power 4, like that. What you are asked to check, whether The number 6 power n means numbers like 636, 216, 296 end with 0 or not. We have to check. See here, from the working you can make out the numbers like 6 power n, they do not end with 0. Is it not? For a number to end with 0, see, let I have considered some few numbers which end with 0, 10, 20, 30, 40. Prime factor, how to do prime factorization in each case. See here, you can make out one thing. See, 5 is common prime. If a number end with 0, the prime factorization should contain 5 as one of its prime. Is it not? See here, 5, 5, 5, 5. If a number ends with 0, the prime factorization should contain 5 as one of its primes. Here, the prime factorization, they does not contain 5 as one of primes. Is it not? So we no need to show all these things in the examination. Just we have to use the fundamental theorem of arithmetic, that's all. 6 power n can be written as 2 into 3 whole power n. That is 2 power n and 3 power n. That is, the prime factorization of 6 power n contains only 2 and 3 as primes, but not 5. If 5 is not one of the primes, it does not end with 0, because here you can make out. Is it not? So the prime factorization of 6 power n contains prime numbers 2 and 3 but not 5. Therefore, numbers like 6 power n, they do not end with 0, because the prime factorization does not contain 5 as one of its prime numbers. Therefore, such number 6 power n, it does not end with 0 for any value of n. Next, one more problem is there. Explain why 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13 is composite. See, what you have to do is, here observe, here we have two terms, 7 into 11 into 13 and 13, here plus sign. Two terms are there. Let me take 13 as common factor. Here we left with 7 into 11 and here 1. 13 you have to take common factor. 13, here it is 7 into 11, 77 plus 1, it becomes 78. Once again you do the prime factorization for 78, you will get 2 into 3 into 13. So what we did, we have expressed the given number as the product of prime factors. So according to fundamental theorem of arithmetic, a composite number can be expressed as the product of prime numbers. Here also the expression is written as the product of prime factors, all the factors of prime. Therefore, the given expression is composite. Since the given number is the product of primes, it is a composite number according to fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Last one, there is a circular path around a sports field. There is a circular path. Sonia takes 18 minutes to drive one round of the field. Ravi takes 12 minutes for the same. Here Sonia takes 18 minutes to go once around the field. Ravi takes 12 minutes. Sonia takes 18 minutes. Ravi takes 12 minutes to go once around the field. Suppose both of them start at the same point. Both Sonia and Ravi start from the same point at the same time and go in the same direction, after how many minutes will they meet again at the starting point? See, Sonia completes the circular path for every 18 minutes. Ravi completes the circular path for every 12 minutes. So after how many minutes will they meet again at the starting point? So you have to find out here LCM. You need to find out least common multiple. So already we have learnt how to find out the LCM by prime factorization method. According to this, the LCM is 36. Least common multiple is 36. This is 18. The LCM of 18 and 12 is 36. This means Sonia returns to the initial point after 18 minutes, is it not? So she completes in 36 minutes, she completes 2 rounds, 18 plus 18. So after 36 minutes, Sonia completes 2 rounds and she will be at the starting point. Ravi, he completes the circular path in every 12 minutes. So after the completion of 3 rounds, Ravi also will be at the starting point. So in 36 minutes, Sonia as well as Ravi meet again at the starting point. Only the difference is Sonia completes 18 into 2, completes 2 rounds, whereas Ravi completes 3 rounds. So after 36 minutes, they meet at the starting point.